Hey guys, it's your Ford Focus here, and today we're going to be showing you guys the new area that has been added into Fontana Dam, which includes Red Marble Gap and Fontana Dam, in which the game gets its name from. So now, without further ado, let's move on, advancing from Robbinsville, and show you guys the new area that has been added. So if you guys continue on Route 129 South, and if you go past Robbinsville, where we are right now, with the spawn, you'll see that the road will narrow down, as it's in alpha right now. And then you get this really nice curvy road that shows its form for Route 129. And then, once you get straight over there, Red Marble Gap will welcome you in with a house right next to it at an elevation of 2,040 feet, as it's unincorporated. The road will make a left curve here, and then you'll see two stop signs, one on the right side and one on the power line. You'll also see signs for routes 19 and 74 for both directions, and if you make a right, Route 129 will only continue. So let's continue on Route 129 as we go on Route 19 South and 74 West. You'll also enter into a new county. You can see that we just left Graham County. If you go this way, you will enter into Malkin County, and you'll see signs from there. And there's nothing too much on this road. If you just go straight, you'll be going up a hill, and then just ends there. If you go on Route 19 North and 74 East, as you see, 74 is also as known as the Appalachian Development. Continue there, and you'll find some scenic views. You will enter into Cherokee County, and from over there, there's another sign that welcomes into Red Marble Gap. And on the left side, you'll see that there's also two lanes, which merge on for a little bit. You also get a sign for you going over the Nantahala River Gorge. And there are signs indicating that's the end for the right lane. And so, if you move further down, you'll see where the two-lane area starts. Right there, you will see a sign saying Tennessee Valley Authority, no trespassing. But that only refers to the big rock over here and over the river. And it's for all players anyways, but it's just a sign to make it realistic. And then you'll find this really nice brown fence. It goes along the map perfectly. Really nice in a scenic way. Once the road ends over here, you will find a temporary bridge in a black color. Seems like it's very long and straight, but it's not throughout the whole way. In fact, at some point the road is going to shift a bit, which I'll tell you when that comes. And this part is where you need to slow down. You can see that there is a thin strip starting over here and working its way to merging the temporary bridge. Yes, you may have to press F in order to get through this. That's the downside of this temporary bridge. Index will be replacing this with a road for sure. But this is a temporary bridge, so you can get across towards Fontana Dam. But once you've crossed that obstacle, then you'll be able to reach Fontana Dam. I would not recommend driving this during the nighttime, because finding this is so hard, and yet you have to overcome that obstacle and where the road shifts. But that's just to keep in mind for right now, as Fontana Dam is in alpha. But now you see Fontana Dam, where the game gets its name from. On Fontana Dam, the road goes straight and curves left and remains straight for the rest of the way through. It looks really nice with the contrast and color index added, even if that realistic effect just right under the road. You can get some really nice photos over here, just like the Charahala Dam. In fact, I'm going to go on the other side of the road to see what it's like for the fantastic photo opportunities you can get with the larger part of the dam. Located on Route 28 Alt as part of the Little Tennessee River and the Ohio River Basin, this is one of the most gorgeous dams I've seen out there. And just like I said, there is plenty of fantastic photo opportunities to use. Just with the effect Index has added it to make it realistic. And the structure of Fontana Dam is so amazing. No wonder the dam gets its name for the game that is titled, as we're playing it right now. But once you pass the dam, you'll find a Y-shaped intersection. If you go on the right side, there is Route 199 East as you enter into Swain County, with North Route 28 alternative continuing on the left side of the Y. So now, let's go on Route 199, where it becomes gravel. And those signs that have numbers on it, those are good signs to show how many miles away from the following cities. There is a possibility that we might get a city in Fontana Dam called Proctor, or we might get another map that will border with Fontana Dam and get that. We'll never know. But that's just what the street sign says, as it's pouring out 3 miles away, and maybe 1 mile for Deals Gap, even though it might be a bit longer than that. So now, let's cover Route 199 as the pavement ends and becomes a gravel route. So that's very interesting. Get a really nice gravel experience off-road as you're heading east, Route 199. Driving on this route is very satisfying too. It's always nice to drive on a gravel surface like this, especially when it's a route. On the other side of the Y, you get Route 28 up, continuing on its northern direction. As 199 is known as Lakeview Road, Route 28 alternative is known as Roosevelt Road. As we're entering in with Swain County. Route 28 alternative, if you head north, you get even more nice curvy roads. And they're kinda like in Delancey, as one of the directions that lead towards the mountain house. They just curl back and forth in different directions. At least two of them. From this way and then going down the other way. It's really fun. So I could say that Fontana Dam is considered the new Delancey Gorge. It really is, because it's mountainous and full of curvy roads. And also you'll be surprised by many dams. And in a little bit, which we'll cover a bit later, we'll find more about this giant rock that's just chilling there. So as Route 20 alternative ends here, there's now a split with a left and right direction of Route 28 in general. If you make a left towards Route 28 South, it'll lead you towards Fontana Dam and Bryson City. However, if you go on North 28 towards the right, they'll lead you back into Deals Gap and Knoxville, Tennessee. So let's cover what's there on Route 28 South. Like I said, that there is this humongous rock that is a really nice structure to a game. Really makes it interesting and adds a lot of scenery to it. In fact, the rock is so big you cannot even zoom all the way to get to the top. It's impossible. Zooming all the way will only get you up to this far. You can still see a really nice tree that's there for scenery, but nothing else. So unfortunately, seeing the top is impossible. Maybe this giant rock over here is supposed to be part of a mountain. That'll be more in detail towards the future as Index develops the map. But moving on, you get a bridge. Seems like it has the same service and texture as Fontana Dam does, and crossing the Little Tennessee River, part of the Ohio River Basin, just like Fontana Dam does. And you get more fantastic photo opportunities as well, even though you're not on the dam. But a nice thing is that you can see the dam from a distance. So that's really good from over here. A perk like no other. Once you've crossed this bridge, you'll enter back into Graham County. And you just get more curvy roads that go higher and higher in elevation until the road temporarily ends, as you'll see once we get to that point. Now, as you see right now, Route 28 ends over here, as the game is in alpha. Maybe I'll continue, but this road will stretch as Route 28 alternative. And I bet there's more to come for another expansion to this part of the road, as you see Red Marble Gap from the distance. And I would not really recommend driving up here at night, especially if you're coming from Robbinsville and Red Marble Gap, because finding the temporary bridge may be easy if you want to go back into those cities, but it's like impossible to find at night, even if you have the strongest setting on your headlights, because it's in the pure black color and there's no solid line on it. And there's no connection either, as you have to drive on the grass. So if you want to check out Fontana Dam and go from a short distance from Robbinsville and Red Marble Gap, just for now, I would recommend going into the day and rather avoid at nighttime. Though it's still possible, it's just really hard, especially if the temporary bridge shifts. But as you see here, the road leads you back into Fontana Dam. If you go on Route 28 North, just like I said, this will eventually dump you back off to Deals Gap. And if you continue, of course, there's more curves. In fact, you even get really small, tiny little bridge as a connector and a curve to this route. And this is where Fontana Dam, as it was even older back then, this is where Route 28 ended. But now, with this update, Fontana Dam has a huge expansion for Route 28, and it leads you towards the dam that has its name of the game. So that's really cool. And now, you can get an even shorter way in order to get to Fontana Dam, just by going through Deals Gap. As the road goes straight, and just one little left curve over here. Yes, that is right. You are now in Deals Gap. So what a fantastic way of technology that Index added. A shorter distance in order to get to Fontana Dam, rather than going all over the map on Route 129 just to get to Fontana Dam. So that's really cool for what Index did. The last thing to cover in this video is a mini expansion in Tennessee. Right now there is still nothing that much in Tennessee yet, but once the game is released, there is definitely going to be a lot more in Tennessee, which that will include Chirahowee, Tennessee, the Chirahowee Dam. It will also include a campsite at the North Carolina and Tennessee border. Not exactly over here, but probably another route. And there's going to be a lot of other fun stuff in Tennessee planned, including the Tail of the Dragon, as we enter into Blount County at the state border in Tennessee. And there's nothing that much added to it besides brand new trees and grass from recent updates, which make the area really scenic. But yes, before this update, Tennessee ended right over here I see the road changing colors. Now, Tennessee is by far a little longer, even though there's still nothing really much there yet, besides long and curvy roads. And they're still really scenic too. But you get this feeling with a different color of road pavement in Tennessee. You can see the road making several curves that go from one side to the other. And then the road ends over here in Tennessee, as you see a floating island over there. But like I said, once Fontana Dam is released, there will be a lot more in Tennessee, as of now that this game is still on alpha. But yes guys, that's going to be it for the video right there. I hope you guys enjoyed the video very much. You may like this video. Comment in the box below for your thoughts about the brand new additions that have been recently added into Fontana Dam, which includes Fontana Dam itself, Red Marble Gap, a little expansion in the Tennessee area, routes 28, 28 alternative, route 199, and route 74 and 19 in Red Marble Gap. Join my Discord server located in the description, and you may subscribe. Bye!